the tree that fights back. Deep in the tropical forests of Central and South America stands a tree that does not drop its fruit. It fires them like biological weapons. Called the Sandbox Tree, or the Dynamite Tree, it wields one of nature's most extreme defense systems. While most plants rely on animals to carry seeds, this tree chooses violence. Standing near one during ripening season is like standing under a loaded cannon. Today, we dive into the mechanics of nature's literal hand grenade. The fruit begins as an innocent round capsule roughly the size of a small pumpkin. As ripening progresses, a terrifying transformation occurs inside the tough shell. Pressure builds as the fruit dries. Tension climbs to the breaking point. When that limit is reached, the fruit does not merely crack. It explodes with grenade-like force. Eyewitnesses compare the report to a gunshot echoing through the forest. Stay sharp. This is explosive botany. Let's break down the blast mechanics and what happens next. Inside the capsule, wedge-shaped segments strain outward. As moisture drops, elastic tissues store energy like a coiled spring. At rupture, those segments snap apart instantly, converting stored tension into kinetic force, an organic pressure vessel releasing in milliseconds. Result: an explosive discharge loud enough to startle wildlife and anyone within earshot. The tree has just launched its seeds. Primary goal: dispersal. When the fruit bursts, seeds launch at extreme speed, measured up to roughly 150 miles per hour in field reports. At that velocity, the seeds behave like biological shrapnel, traveling surprising distances to colonize open ground. For people and animals nearby, it is not a curiosity but a safety hazard. Farmers report injuries, damaged crops, and spooked livestock when trees detonate in orchards or fence lines. Number 3. Beyond the blast. Chemical warfare. The sandbox tree's milky white sap and its seeds are highly toxic to humans and livestock. Exposure can cause severe irritation, gastrointestinal distress, and systemic poisoning. Handle as a hazardous plant. Respect the chemistry. Protection and distance are the safest choices. Indigenous knowledge recognized this potency centuries ago. Hunters collected the sap and carefully applied it to arrow tips. The toxins turned simple tools into lethal weapons for survival. Farmers today keep livestock away from fallen fruit and fresh sap. Contact can be fatal for animals. The seeds resemble harmless nuts, but do not be fooled. Ingestion risks poisoning. Treat every part with caution. Processing does not make it safe for food. This tree is for observation, not consumption. Public health guidance is simple. Avoid contact with sap, keep distance during fruiting, and wear eye protection if working nearby. If exposure occurs, especially eye or skin, rinse thoroughly and seek medical advice. For ingestion or severe symptoms, call emergency services. The trunk broadcasts a warning. A bizarre armor of sharp, conical spines. This architecture discourages climbing and protects ripening fruit until detonation. It is a living, keep out sign, effective against herbivores and curious hands alike. One tree, 3 defenses: spikes, toxins, and high-velocity projectiles. Field guide tips. Look for a tall tropical tree with a thistle-like, spiny trunk and round, pumpkin-shaped fruit. In ripening season, avoid standing beneath branches. Seeds can travel far. Distance is your friend. If you hear a sudden crack or gunshot-like pop, move away. Another pod may be primed. Casual travelers and hikers. Treat this tree as a hidden trap in plain sight. It does not wait to be carried. It takes control with kinetic force and chemistry. Best advice from the field: identify, admire from afar, and keep moving. The sandbox tree proves how extreme survival can be. Abundance and danger often share the same branch. By turning offspring into high-velocity projectiles, it defends territory and spreads life. It earns its name, the Dynamite Tree. Respect the power written into bark, fruit, and sap. Beauty can hide mechanisms built for war. Knowledge keeps explorers, workers, and families safe in the tropics. When in doubt, give spines and pods wide berth. Like this deep dive into explosive botany? There is more. Hidden dangers, survival systems, and field wisdom. Have you encountered the sandbox tree or similar seed cannons? Share your story below. Researchers and travelers learn from you. What plant should we investigate next? Your comments guide future field reports. If you find yourself among spiny trunks and pumpkin pods, keep your distance. In this forest, fruit does not just fall, it fights back. Respect the soil under your boots and the forces within it. Subscribe for more hidden nature breakdowns. Stay safe out there.